The blessings of the Guru is paramount. I just read today again. One who has great devotion and great patronage and great faith in one's Guru and practices, and overcomes one's desires by one's Guru, commands and requests and jobs given, and one invokes upon the Guru's blessings, then one's meditation will become very powerful. One's meditation will get quicker results. Why? Embodied in a true Guru will be the blessings of the lineage that stem back to Shakyamuni himself. That is why. So when you invoke your Guru, you're not invoking just the man or the woman sitting in front of you. You're invoking the whole lineage of this being sitting in front of you. And that lineage goes back to Shakyamuni himself. And that blessing will be direct. And that will depend on our faithfulness, our steadfastness, our loyalty, and our devotion. And that will be based on us knowing Dharma. That will be based on us studying. That will be based on us actually applying for study. If we come to Dharma talks not reading our books, if we come to Dharma talks always not preparing, not taking the time for it, you will always be depressed. You will always not be inspired. You will always feel you need someone else to coddle you and to talk to you and to help you. So if you see you're still depressed, you're still not inspired, you're still not able to motivate yourself, you're not able to overcome your anger, you're not able to push yourself, or you feel that you're still attached, if you're still feeling that, remedy. Read and study the Dharma more and follow it. You know what's beautiful about the Dharma that I'm sharing with all of you? We're not talking about God. We're not talking about Buddha. We're not talking about something magical. We're talking about something that's extremely approachable by all of us in this room, from whatever culture we come from. And that's the beauty of Buddha's teachings, is that he speaks to our heart. I'm not just telling you be nice, I'm telling you how to be nice. I'm not telling you shouldn't be attached, I'm telling you how. I'm not just telling you if you're attached what will happen, I'm telling you the reasons for it will happen, the workings of karma. So I'm explaining karma to you. I'm explaining how to cut it. I'm explaining you the result, and I can tell you the alternative. So that's why Buddhism is so appealing, because it's not based on some magic or superstition or mechanical movements, just showing up on Sundays and saying, Hail Manjushri. No. No. Therefore, listen, follow, make prayers, invoke one's Lama in the form of Lama Tsongkhapa. And when you do that, you invoke the whole lineage. There is no shortcut to your problems. Why is there not a shortcut to your problems? Whatever problems we have, the karma has opened. There is no shortcut. There is no escape. There is no running away. For me or for anyone. No exceptions. Some of us say, well, I don't have any problems. If you're in your body and you're living on planet Earth, you will have problems. But I'm too rich to have problems. You may not have financial problems, but you're going to have a lot of internal emotional problems due to wealth. Oh, there's problems never end. So therefore what happens is this is now. Now is the time to apply. Based on those three meditations. Based on those three meditations. And if you really want to apply to long-term transformation, you do those. Now I didn't teach you just about death. I gave you a logical analysis. That let's not just talk about death. And you know, Tsem Rinpoche is always beating the death drum. He's always sitting there going, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die. And you're sitting there going, oh dear, you're going to die too. Yeah, I know. I'm not just beating the death drum. Now I'm telling you, tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. You're not dead yet, but it's getting close. And think about it. Do you want, you know, all these years you spent on business, on money, on house, on clothes, on beauty, on being right, on reputation, on making kids, on getting a husband, getting a wife, do you really want to go back and spend the same amount of time you did the last time? Henry's going, no way. Do you really want to? In a short time? And then if you do that, all the time you spend in getting that, how much time do you think you'll have to enjoy it? So is it all worth it? Not anymore. That's what keeps me sane. That's what makes me holy schmoly. That's why I don't steal. That's why I don't manipulate. That's why I don't do all those things. Not because I'm afraid of my Dharma protector. I am. Not because I'm afraid of Buddha, I'm afraid of myself, for myself. Very afraid. Otherwise, how do you explain all the disparity in the world and the sufferings? God? No. How do you explain all that? Must have a cause. The cause must be within ourselves. So therefore, this is the Dharma session. This is the Dharma talk. I'm a Dharma teacher. You're Dharma students. I'm sharing you Dharma. What's Dharma? The truth of your life. If you find it disturbing, I commend you. If you find it disturbing and you want to do something, I applaud you. If you find it disturbing and you want to do something and you effect a change, I will prostrate to you. That's why I prostrate to Shakyamuni Buddha. That's why I prostrate to Lama Tsongkhapa. That's why I prostrate to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, His Holiness Kyabje Chujang Rinpoche, and Song Rinpoche, because they have listened, practiced, applied, and effected a change. That's why when we come to a Dharma teaching, they have a huge throne, although they don't visit us, and we're still on the floor or on a cheap IKEA chair. Very simple. I will prostrate to anyone who effects such a change. They are worthy of prostration, so I can collect merits, so that I can add that to my store of merits to become like them. And therefore I will engage in 100,000 prostrations to them. To swallow my pride, destroy my ego, purify the negatives that I've collected, because they are worthy of prostration and they are object worthy of prostration due to being pure of impurities. And therefore when I do any action towards them, I will effect a change and open up the environmental cause, open up the cause for me to also achieve the same. Therefore I take refuge in the Buddha, only a Buddha. I don't take refuge in anything else in samsara. The only thing that can make me unhappy is if I cannot see or be near the Buddha anymore. At this stage in my life, nothing else makes me unhappy and will last. So therefore, if you come to these classes, you are privileged. Through the collection of your and my prayers and karmas from previous lives and this lives, we are here to learn together. This will not last. I will not be here forever. You will not be here forever. Take advantage. Be ready for class. Make it your priority. Study up, read up, be here at all costs and expenditure. It's better to be sleepy in class and listen and get some of it than to be sleepy at home and get nothing. It's better to be here and go home and your girlfriend screaming at you than go home your girlfriend screaming at you anyway. What's the difference? There's no difference. Never give up on Dharma practice, because then you give up on yourself. And if you give up on yourself, the causes you create to eliminate your problems, instead of eliminating them, they become bigger. Don't manipulate. Don't use your mouth and sweet words and soft words to trick, to cover, to lie, to manipulate. You will lose your loved ones. That is a promise. And that will happen. Don't be attached to what you were attached to previously before this. Because when you don't have it, you suffer so much. Why do you think having it will make you happy again? It will be the causes for more suffering. Think of it as a blessing from your Dharma protector. Oh, really? It is. It is. Because it makes us face ourselves. And if you're working in the Dharma already, instead of diminishing one's time in the Dharma, one should increase or maintain. Why? How can anyone get tired of Dharma work? Why don't we get tired of making money? Why don't we get tired of sex? Why don't we get tired of pretty people? Why don't we get tired of pretty clothes? Yes, that's a good question, isn't it? So if we get tired of Dharma, we have to get tired of everything. Why do we get tired of Dharma? Because we have been doing it mechanically, not applying it. So if you're doing Dharma work, you should increase it. No matter what suffering comes along, no matter how much difficulty you must endure for others, no matter how much poverty and problems you must endure for others, no matter how much time and loss of sleep you must endure for others, no matter how much sickness you must endure for others, no matter how much criticism you must endure for others, I will endure. And I will not give up this fundamental mind to endure. Because it is this mind that I have not achieved for many lifetimes that has made me suffer. I will develop this fundamental mind of endurance patiently and happily with effort for others. Because I've been only working for myself and I brought myself to this state. That has not worked for many lifetimes, even in this lifetime. I will endure. With that type of thought, we recite Migme Tebe Tejin Chenezik or Omani Peme Hom, Omada Basnadi, Omaya Chasasoha. It's very powerful. Endure for others. Endure poverty for others. Endure lack of money for others. Endure shouting from your friends from others. Endure the loss of materials for others. Endure faith for others. Endure the loss of faith, a face for others, not for no reason. It is in not enduring for others we've created all our problems. It is enduring for others we will destroy those problems. And never get tired of doing that. Life after life after life. Never get tired. Never, never, never. Never pray to be born in a rich family and a good family. Never pray to be in a good country or good place. Never pray to be with good parents or good situation or good lineage. Never pray. Pray to the Buddhas, wherever I reincarnate, may I be born in a situation I can help and be most beneficial. So if I'm going to be born in a rich, wealthy family with a good lineage and good education that will benefit those group at that lifetime, may I be there. If I am to be born in a poverty-stricken place where I suffer tremendous problems and physical difficulties, may I be born there in order to benefit others. It's not where I will be born. May I be born in life after life to be a benefit to others. Please, my Lord. That's how a real Buddhist prays. That's how a Mahayana spirit prays. That's how a tantric practitioner prays. And when you pray like that, whether you're born in the poorest situations, you will arise. Whether you're born in a rich situation, you will arise. Because it's not what situation you're born in. It is the mind that is born into that situation. So one should pray in such a way, not asking the Buddha for what you demand or what your limited knowledge tells you that if you're born here and here will be good. You shouldn't demand or force the Buddha to bless you to be born in a place that you think will be good because your knowledge is too limited to know where is good and where is not good. Remember, you didn't experience the 3 watches of the night prior to enlightenment. You did not experience. The first watch to see one's previous lives and all that one has gone through. The second watch to see all the experiences of others and what's happened to them. And the third watch, just before enlightenment, to see the interconnectedness of all sentient beings with each other. And therefore, bodhicitta is imperative. And then at dawn, my twisted version, the 4th watch, the morning, you become a Buddha, the awakened one. So therefore, it's time for us to start immediately. Not tomorrow, not small. Big jump, big leap, not slowly, quickly. We don't have time. Toward that direction. Pray to the Buddha to be born in places where you be a tremendous benefit, no matter how much difficulties you suffer. High Lamas, when they're born in difficult situations, show you they're suffering, but they're not suffering. Why? If they were suffering from their suffering, they would create more suffering. People who suffer create more suffering from suffering. High Lamas don't suffer because from their suffering they create happiness for others. That is a sign that they're not suffering. That is a sign that their rebirth is controlled for that situation to tame a certain group of minds. If they were born into situations that were negative and ugly and they came out negative and ugly, it's a sign they had no control. If they were born into negative situations, they come out shining, it's a sign that it was on purpose. What else can it be? Why? Who would wish to suffer? Who? So therefore, don't look at outer appearances. Don't look. And don't pray for good rebirth. Don't pray for a high rebirth. Don't pray for wonderful parents. Don't pray for any of that. Pray that every single lifetime you may be a benefit to others. In whatever situation. Develop that mind. When you develop that mind, whatever situation you're in, you can rise above, you can transform and change. And you will go toward enlightenment. So therefore, you think about the logic of that. In plain, simple, unobstructed English with no funny accents, I'm telling you. So if any of you don't understand, get the tape. What else do you want? We have a center. There are sponsors. The bills are paid. You have a lama, third rate or not, you have a lama. And we have teachings, and we're comfortable. What else do you want? This is not good enough? I'm sorry I can't teach you how to be rich. I don't want you to put you deeper in samsara. I'm sorry I don't have magical powers to protect you from, black magic. That's why we have satrap. I'm sorry I can't get you a better job, and I don't have the power to get you a better job, but do you think your better job will lead to a better situation? I don't have all that. I'm sorry. But I have the Dharma. And if you want that, here I am. Everything's ready. You just walk into those beautiful green doors and you say, here you are. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to put every single ounce of energy I have towards the Dharma. Even when I'm laying in my bed, I'm put towards the Dharma. There's nothing left. I'm not going to be worried and try to get money for myself. I want to, but I already know. Intellectually, I know it's useless. I'm going to take care of my health and make myself as beautiful as possible, but I'm not as attached as before. Or one of these days, I'll expose myself, all the things I went through to make myself beautiful. So for people who have a high view, they say, wow, how compassionate, what is he teaching? People who have a low view, they say, see, cult, whatever. Because when I'm dead, whatever you say ain't going to matter. Whatever you carve on my gravestone ain't going to matter. Here he lived, here he's dead, and he's a fake. Whatever. Because when I'm in Japan dancing away, I'll go, nee, 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 nee. If I'm in Japan as a fisherman, you're going to go, nee, 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 nee. To me, I know. And I sure don't want to be born king of the jungle. No way. No way. I'd rather be a fawn if I have to be an animal. A deer. So, how do you have compassion for others who are harmful? Their karma will ripen. So when you fast forward to all the suffering you see around you, and even people in your family who suffer so much, whose minds are not stable, jump back and forth, and money and reputation, they lost this, they suffer. They don't have this, they suffer. They thought, you see, if what you had brings you happiness, if it's taken away, you should also, if you're unhappy, it's a sign that what you had was not the cause of your happiness. It must be a clear sign. Why? Why is that? Why is that? I'll let you think about it.